Get ready, the biggest fights, the hottest takes, and the moments that will break the internet are all here. Israel Adesanya is facing do-or-die against Joe Pyfer, but that's just the beginning. We're diving deep into the UFC Seattle Showdown, breaking down the fantasy picks that could make or break your week. Plus, a legendary UFC fighter is stepping into the octagon for their final battle. And you won't believe the intensity of the UFC Seattle face-offs. Don't miss a second, hit subscribe and ring that bell.
Your brand new iPhone deserves the best protection, and the iLune 3-pack screen protector plus 3-pack camera lens protector has you covered. Don't take risks with your iPhone. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Israel Adesanya's career on the line. UFC Seattle Showdown. Israel Adesanya, once a dominant force in MMA, is facing the toughest stretch of his career. After a string of 3 consecutive losses, he steps into the octagon at UFC Seattle this weekend for a main event clash against Joe Pyfer. This fight is more than just another bout. It's a critical moment for the last stylebender to halt his skid and re-establish himself in the middleweight division. On the other side is Joe Pyfer, a rising contender who's been on a hot streak with 3 straight wins since his first UFC loss. A victory over a former 2-time champion like Adesanya would catapult Pyfer directly into the title conversation, making this a monumental opportunity for him. The stakes are incredibly high for both fighters as they headline UFC Seattle. MMA Fighting's Jed Meshew and Alexander K. Lee are breaking down every angle of this main event. They're also dissecting the co-main event, featuring Alexa Grasso and Macy Barber, Michael Chiesa's highly anticipated retirement fight against Nico Price, and other key matchups from the undercard. Plus, they're diving into insights from RAF7 and PFL Pittsburgh and answering your burning fan questions. The MMA community is buzzing with speculation about Adesanya's future and Pyfer's potential. Analysts are weighing in on whether this is truly a do-or-die situation for the former champion. Don't go anywhere, because the drama is just heating up. Coming up next, we've got the fantasy picks you need to know for this massive UFC Seattle card. Fantasy Fight Night, your DraftKings DFS playbook for Adesanya versus Pyfer. UFC is back in Seattle, and the DraftKings DFS action is heating up with Israel Adesanya facing Joe Pyfer in the main event. For the first time since February 2023, the last stylebender is back in the cage, but he's on a 3-fight losing streak. Can he turn it around against the surging Joe Pyfer, who's won 3 in a row? This fight presents a fascinating dynamic. While Pyfer is trending upwards, Adesanya still holds significant advantages in reach and striking prowess. The former middleweight champion boasts a higher average of significant strikes per minute and a better landing rate, cementing his status as one of the sport's greatest strikers. Despite recent struggles, Adesanya's past performances show he can deliver massive fantasy scores when he's on form, potentially dominating Pyfer with his technical striking. Beyond the main event, we're looking at other compelling matchups. Mansur Abdulmalik is a strong fantasy play against Yausri Belgarui, showcasing elite potential with multiple high-scoring performances. In the co-main event, Alexa Grasso faces Macy Barber in a rematch. Grasso, a former champion, is looking to rebound from 2 losses, while Barber has won 7 straight since her previous encounter with Grasso. This fight is a key battle for fantasy managers. Fans and DFS players are dissecting every statistic, debating whether Adesanya can recapture his old magic or if Pyfer's momentum will prevail. The fantasy implications are enormous for this stacked UFC Fight Night card. But the fight analysis doesn't stop there. We've got more crucial insights coming your way. Stick around as we explore the emotional farewell bout for a UFC legend. A legendary farewell, Michael Chiesa's final fight at UFC Seattle. The roar of the crowd is about to get a little more emotional as UFC veteran Michael Chiesa prepares for his retirement fight. After a storied career, Chiesa is stepping into the octagon one last time, facing Nico Price in what promises to be a memorable send-off. Chiesa has been a prominent figure in the UFC for years, known for his submission skills and tenacious fighting style. This bout marks the end of an era for a fighter who has given his all to the sport. His opponent, Nico Price, is known for his exciting, often wild, fighting style, ensuring that Chiesa's final outing will be anything but predictable. Fans are already sharing their favorite Chiesa moments and expressing their admiration for his contributions to MMA. This fight is more than just a competition. It's a celebration of a warrior's journey and a testament to his dedication. Get ready for an intense showdown that you won't want to miss. We're bringing you the raw energy of the UFC Seattle face-offs next. Face-to-face, the intense stare-downs of UFC Seattle. The tension is palpable. UFC Fight Night 271 in Seattle has officially reached its peak with the ceremonial weigh-in face-offs, and the fighters came face-to-face one last time before stepping into the octagon. The main event fighters, former middleweight champion Israel Adesanya and rising contender Joe Pyfer, locked eyes, showcasing the high stakes of their upcoming battle. Adesanya, looking to break a three-fight losing streak, faced off against Pyfer, who is eager to make a statement against a former champion. The stare-down between these two was a preview of the intensity we can expect in their fight. Across the 13 scheduled bouts, every fighter came face-to-face, capturing the raw emotion and anticipation of fight night. From the co-main event to the preliminary card, these stare-downs are a crucial part of the UFC experience, hyping up the crowd and setting the stage for the action. What an incredible build-up to fight night. But before we get to the fights, make sure you're subscribed for all the latest news. And that's a wrap. We saw Israel Adesanya facing a do-or-die showdown at UFC Seattle. We broke down the must-know DraftKings DFS picks for Adesanya versus Pyfer. We witnessed a legendary fighter, Michael Chiesa, prepare for his final walk to the octagon. And we felt the intensity of the UFC Seattle face-offs. If you loved this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more epic fight content, ring the notification bell so you never miss a drop. Drop a comment below telling us your predictions, and follow us on all our social channels for exclusive behind-the-scenes action. We'll see you next time.